what kind of challenges do you have on a personal level that makes it difficult being a Christian? Let's start
Well, my challenge is with fellow Christians.
with fellow Christians.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, listen,
You
very
know, 'cause-
What's up, guys? I am Ray Cooper, and welcome to the first episode of Backstage, a Minion TV production where we get to discuss Christian lifestyle challenges. Also, you guys can participate by asking questions. Guess what? You will also see favorite celebrities. Now, today to my right, we have Mark the Sun, one of the best motion graphic designers you'll find in the country. And to my left, we've got the beautiful Alexi. To you. Guys, this is the topic we're discussing today, right? We are discussing what are the challenges, or let me say, how difficult it is to be a Christian in the 21st century. Is it difficult? Is it easy? What is it like being a Christian in the 21st century?
I really don't know if I should say it's easy or it's difficult because it's like it's supposed to be easy.
It's supposed to be easy. What does that mean?
Jesus said, "My yoke is easy, my burden is light." So, and he was talking about the Christian life. So it's supposed to be easy, but but it's difficult. So I don't really want to say like if it's easy or it's difficult. I don't know.
What do you think?
So, I'm thinking, are we comparing it to a certain dispensation or something? Some people would say, oh, in the past, they used to be persecuted for worshiping and all that. This time, there's no persecution, so it can be bad. But,
Are you sure?
I feel like every dispensation has its challenges. So, the fact that you think a certain dispensation must have been hard doesn't make this any easy. So, I feel, it has its challenges. It's
Right.
a bit tough.
You have a point. But I don't think the dispensation matters as much. I'm not trying to say dispensation is more difficult or more easy, right, than back in the day. But we have our own challenges, right?
Yeah.
No matter where you find yourself, you have, as a human being, there are challenges. So it should be difficult all around. I mean, at least that's just what I think.
Yeah.
Right? Difficult all around to just being a human being itself is difficult.
Yeah.
Survival is difficult.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we're in Ghana, and then being a Christian in addition to that, that has to be like extra. So let's discuss what kind of challenges do you have on a personal level that makes it difficult being a Christian? Let's start with you.
Well, my challenge is with fellow Christians.
With fellow Christians.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, listening. It's very
because,
important.
yes, you would expect that quote unquote persecution will come from outside, from the world, people who don't understand you. And so for that reason, people who understand you will be accommodative, will be loving,
Right.
and all that. But you really don't
get the same kind of
you
love.
don't get that same vibe
Yeah.
from within. Sometimes you get some of the strangest, sternest reactions and receptions ever.
True.
Right from within.
Right from within.
So it's difficult even from within the space, being in the whole Christianity space, more than even from outside. Yeah, I feel like that's the difference between the dispensations. Like she's saying, like in the other dispensations, like maybe in the church in Acts, it was hard from the outside because of the outside. But from us, it seems like it's more difficult from the inside.
So, guys, what about the do's and don'ts of being a Christian? Being in the faith, there's a lot of things where you have to, think to yourself, I shouldn't do this, or I shouldn't do that, or some that are not even mentioned in the Bible where you kind of have to apply your own, what are your thoughts?
I get that. I hear this all the time. People say Christianity is not a religion; it's a lifestyle. And by that, they contrast it like this. It's not about rules, like do this and do not do that. It's not a commandment, a law thing. It's just a lifestyle thing. I take it with a pinch of salt because there are do's and don'ts. In we can't run away from it. There's do not love the world. There is do not this in the Bible. So definitely there are some do's and don'ts. But I think in Christianity, the difference between Christianity and the law is that the law says do not do.
Christianity says do, but
No,
chill.
Christianity, no. The law is no. Like the law is saying do, don't, don't, as a means of sort of attaining righteousness before God. But Christianity is saying that is not what will get you righteous before God. But it's saying since you are righteous before God through Christ, don't do.
Right.
Like if I happen to be dirty, all right, what I have to do is I need to bath and then I'll be clean.
Right.
All right. But then Christianity is saying that Jesus has cleansed you, so don't go back into the mud. That's it. So when don't listen to secular music, don't watch these kind of movies, don't associate yourself so much with unbelievers. You know, those kind of. Indeed, it makes it difficult. That is some of the things that make, Christianity difficult, because most of the don'ts are things that we are naturally used to doing.
Yeah. That's something we have to. That's something I want to touch on. You mentioned music and movies as well. I think we should spend a little bit more time on that, because one of the challenges young people have, especially now, is should I or should I not listen to secular music? Do you listen to secular music on a personal level?
Yeah, I do.
You listen to secular music. I mean, I can.
She's feeling guilty.
I listen to it myself. So I mean, I can understand where she's coming from, but how do you balance it out? Like, what goes through your head when you listen to secular music or you hear some lyrics and you know it doesn't line up with your faith, but it's a vibe?
I tell myself, I'm only appreciating the instrumentals and the beats. Yeah, it's not really about the lyrics,
Right.
Yeah, I'm just appreciating.
That's what we all say.
Or I'll just tell myself that, okay, the lyrics doesn't sound so bad. It's not decent. Probably it's not talking about drugs or sex. I think it's cool. But I mean, secular music is just so nice to dance to.
Right.
Yeah, like recently I went for a wedding. It was all gospel.
It was so.
Let me react to that a bit. I noticed your face felt long. Like, oh no, when you admitted
Destiny with guilt.
Yeah, kind of. And I understand what she's saying. She told me this before. She went for a wedding and then it was all gospel and it was boring.
Right.
That's not my kind of Christianity that I know, at least from the Bible. Because there are song genres that are also Christian, and then you can dance to it. Good tunes,
100%.
Maybe the DJ wasn't.
The DJ had bad taste.
Had bad taste. They didn't know all these songs, or maybe the couple or whatever. But should a Christian listen to secular music or not? There's a straightforward answer. Okay.
Let's define secular. Like, what is secular?
Good. I think secular music is anything that does not glorify the God of the Bible.
Okay.
Right? So if it's not speaking of ideals, ideas, concepts, or whatever that has to do with the Bible itself, or the things discussed in the Bible itself, we can classify it secular. So for example, love songs. Right? I'm always having this debate with my fellow creatives. Are love songs secular? Should they be classified secular or classified gospel? Because the Bible talks about love a lot, right? Not just love among your neighbors, but love among, like, between a man and a woman, right? So, and like in the song, right? So if I write a song, a love song, which is supposed to be showing love between me and another woman, right? And another woman.
If you're married to the woman, or you're going out, if you're in such a relationship.
No, another woman sounds like this.
Another woman sounds like this too.
Yeah.
Well, between me and the woman.
Exactly.
Right?
All right.
We say, because this is not saying, praise you, Jesus, it's secular or it's not gospel. Should we blacklist it?
She mentioned about defining it, and I think it helps a lot to just define. I searched through the Bible to find the word secular, and I didn't find it in the Bible, of course. But when I looked at the definition in the dictionary, I noticed that it is just the word the Bible uses. Bible uses worldly, and simply worldliness is like, it's like it's a thought pattern, and then the lifestyle, that is so devoted to the here and now, and usually at the neglect of eternity or godly stuff.
Right.
So songs that is just dealing with the material world, usually in opposition to spiritual or religious. Yeah, and like what you said about the love song thing, the Bible does talk about love. We define a song as secular or not based on the views they share. Are these the same views that the Bible share on love? Because the world has what they think when they say love. I laugh at this all the time. When you're watching a movie trailer, and then they'll say action, then maybe they show a car exploding. Then they say this, they show that. When they say love, you see a person kissing. That is not necessary. So that is what the world would define, you know? That is what they see as love. Most of the time, it's lust. So we need to find out if the song is saying love, is it speaking from the Christian perspective of love or the worldly perspective of love? Then we can define whether it's secular or not.
That is true. Thank you so much. That makes a lot of sense. I hope you guys are listening because these are some very interesting viewpoints. Now, one of the things I want to touch on is let's just share some other challenges, with being a Christian in 21st century, right? Unless you're a time traveler.
My challenge is having time and space to pray. There's so much to do these days.
Father, forgive me. I'm guilty. I'm so guilty.
I'm a motion graphic designer.
Yeah.
I can spend 6 hours editing for just a 5-second animation. Literally. I can spend 8 hours of my whole day just fixing a 3-second thing in the video. And when you're done with that, your brain is tired, your body is tired. How do you pray when you pray? It's a challenge because I go to church and I need to. Jesus prayed for an hour. He came to the disciples. Could you not wait with me, even for an hour? So that is the challenge.
All Jesus did was pray, preach, and heal. Like his not to say it was easy being Jesus, right?
Yeah.
But his habits, rotated around that relationship between him and God. Right? Around his faith. Right? Now, as a graphic designer, I'm a producer myself. Right? You spend a lot of time doing, songs for clients that might not even necessarily make gospel music, but then you are a producer. Now, after spending 8-9 hours on trying to master a song or trying to create a few seconds of motion graphics, where do you find that last bit of breath? Let me not say breath because it's not like it. But where do you find that last bit of energy, to pray for 1 hour?
Listen, I have the answer to that, and I'm not saying I'm doing it. I have the answer to that. Because, Jesus didn't necessarily he spends time in the day preaching and healing, doing deliverance and all that. And listen, that takes a lot of energy. No doubt.
Agreed, 100%.
No doubt. My own name, in Mark chapter 1,
there we go.
Verse 31 to 34, he spends the whole night literally casting out demons and was late. And then the next verse 35 says he wakes up somewhere around before day. That's like 3 a.m. And then he goes to pray.
That's a long time.
And this guy he probably would have done ministration till about midnight and over.
Right.
And he just sleeps for 3 hours. He's awake at 3 a.m. Pray till morning. So I think Jesus did pay the price. I know people who run a busy schedule and somehow still manage to. I think if my challenge is sleep. I love sleep. And I have to literally beat myself. I need to wake up to pray. It's not easy.
I think if you tell yourself you will do it, you will do it. To be honest, that's what I think. That's what I think. How long do you pray? How many do you go up to an hour?
No, I try.
When was the last time you went to an hour?
A while ago.
At least you're honest.
But sometimes just a little prayers in between.
In between, right? Yeah, throughout your day.
Throughout the day, yes. It does work, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes random thoughts come to mind and you pray about it. I feel that also works. If you cannot, you shouldn't beat yourself up
because you couldn't pray
for an hour, 2 hours, and all that. And sometimes whatever you're doing, it's also in worship to God. Once you are doing your video editing and all that, there's an end goal. Yeah. So that's how I see it. But for me, my challenge, right, is this era of being woke, where we are trying to unlearn things. I get it. Some things that we have learned from generations are not very healthy that we are trying to unlearn.
Mhm.
But
Like
how
what? Can you give me an example of something we are trying to unlearn?
this is coming in.
Yes.
Examples in this era where people just easily get offended by things. If you say I love bananas, somebody will say, why do you hate oranges? The fact I'm saying I love bananas doesn't mean I hate oranges. Yes, people anytime you're saying something they feel you're being judgmental.
Yes.
They get offended by everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it very difficult. If I'm saying that I don't believe in let's say being
No, I don't believe in. Let's say you don't believe in somebody's religion.
yes.
I'm Christian. Yeah, let's say
Yeah,
you're
doesn't
Christian.
mean
People
that-
feel like you're.
doesn't mean that
They already
I'm
put you in a
against-
certain bracket.
Yes, doesn't mean I'm against other religions.
Right.
If I don't believe in what you believe in, you shouldn't like force it down my throat. Like it means you hate me.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So that is my challenge now. I mean, believe in what you believe in and allow me to believe in what I believe in. People just see Christians as judgmental.
Mhm.
Feel like we're the best people on earth
Mhm.
because we know it all. We
Right.
are serving the best master, or we have Jesus. No, but they have to see that whatever we say or do, we do it in love.
Yeah.
The fact that I do not agree with you doesn't mean I hate you or I don't love you.
Right.
I can have my preference, you can have your preference too.
Right.
But it's just so hard to air your views now on social media.
You
You have to be so careful not to
cancel
offend
culture and
somebody.
everything going.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like
Can
the
you
least
have
thing
an
you say right
opinion?
now, you get cancelled.
especially if you identify as a Christian, it's like people get all defensive. You're
I
about to
like-
judge me.
I like what she said. I'm keeping it in my food and I'm making a mental note. Like she said that the fact that I'm Christian doesn't mean I hate you. You know, like of course we evangelize and we're trying to win you and all that because we believe if we're Christian we believe that by the grace of God, not because of our doing, we happen to be on a good side. And
Yeah.
what a good person will do is if I find something good, I'll share it with you.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean I'm not in your religion. I hate you. And just as I hope people don't get offended by this, but generally, most people I find who claim they are woke are actually not awake.
You're not awake. I mean, what does it mean to be woke though?
I don't know.
I feel it's being they're confused you with empowerment.
Means
Like,
you're not sleeping.
yes, like you own your space, you own your body, you own your perceptions. Nobody can tell you nothing.
Depends on how much sense your perception makes. Because I've seen some perceptions and ideas, and people are like, yeah, this is my truth. I'm like, what does that mean?
Exactly.
What do you mean by
My
my
truth.
truth? Like, truth should be absolute.
Exactly.
What is my truth? But anyways, moving on. One thing I want us to touch on: parties.
Okay.
Parties, enjoyment. I think we have to find a way to enjoy ourselves. If you say you're going to a party, especially as a Christian, first of all, if it's a night party, there's a problem,
Yeah.
right? So I understand that events of the night have a certain
Connotation already.
But then, when was the last time you went to a party during the day? Not that it can't happen, right? But during the day is when you're working, when you are, putting time into your craft, trying to make money, and all that stuff. Do you want to rather switch it and then decide, okay, I'm gonna do that at night and then during the day of party?
I think first of all, generally people have these stereotypes. Okay, we think that everything that happens at this time means this. Every song that sounds this way it means that.
Yeah.
You can't blame them because it's been like that for a while. But things are changing. We have again. I go back to the music. Christians getting into the space of genres that times past we were not. So yes, I get it. If somebody is going out for a party at night, you might feel some way. But if you know who that person already is, you shouldn't be afraid. And in other cases, I know people who tell parents, "I'm going for an all night," and they have changed your clothes.
I'm guilty of that one.
So
I definitely have a few experiences where I said I'm going for an all night, and
I think as Christians in generally, we should be able to not just talk about these things, but also be open enough to understand that times are changing.
right.
Otherwise, you have kids telling lies that they're going for an all night when actually they're going for a bad party. but because they don't know that they can actually go for a good party at night. If that, just start on like good and then bad party. I mean, hey, I don't mind. I go for parties and my Friday nights. You don't touch us. I enjoy my Christian Friday nights. Yeah.
What do you do on Friday nights or any other night?
Well, with parties, if you could say what's a good party, what's a bad party, because some things have been just stuck in the mindset. When you hear a certain beat, you have to dance in a certain way. So sometimes, even if it's a gospel song or a Christian song, and you hear the beat, subconsciously you start dancing in a certain way. You may end up twerking or something because that is what you've been used to. So then, how can you tell a good party or like what makes it a party bad or good? Because
I think it's the activities that go on there.
with dancing too, is that a holy dance and a secular dance?
I think we'll have to save this one for next time. Tell us what you think.
I can actually answer that.
Okay. Well, but you know what?
We have to say what they will have to say.
Yeah. Tell me what you guys think. On the comment section, tell us what you think. Is there such a thing as a holy dance? What do you do when you go to parties and you know that the party is not necessarily the kind of environment you want to be in? What do you do on your Friday nights? What other struggles do you have being a Christian in this day and age? Guys, catch us next time on the next episode. This is Mark the Son, Alexi. I am Ray Cooper. You're watching Backstage. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when we are back. Take care, guys. Love you. Be safe.